bioweapons research labs in Ukraine, ready to start talks about the future of Crimea and Donbas region. There are anti-war protests in St. Petersburg, Russia, Kharkov, Ukraine. What's up, investors? It's the Russian Dude, and this is your 12th day update on Russian-Ukrainian war. The president of Ukraine, Vladimir Zelensky, says that he is ready to look for a compromise about Donbas with Russia. This is one of the first video of evacuations of international students from Sumy, Ukraine. This is how the streets of Kharkov, Ukraine look at this very moment. McDonald's, Coca-Cola and Starbucks are leaving Russian market. Switch watchmaker Rolex also leaves the Russian market. The president of Ukraine, Vladimir Zelensky, says that his country is not ready to give up. It is also not ready to accept Russian ultimatums, but it is ready to start talks about the future of Crimea and Donbas region. And if you want to continue receiving such daily updates, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Also, feel free to share this video with your friends. Thanks so much, and let's continue. The president of Ukraine, Zelensky, also says that he is no more feeling optimistic about Ukraine joining NATO, and mainly it's because of the unwillingness of NATO countries to physically support Ukraine. There are anti-war protests in St. Petersburg, Russia, and this is the way protesters are getting detained. Russian Ministry of Defense claims that it has evidence of US-funded bioweapons research labs in Ukraine. There has been a survey among Russian people about how they feel about Russian-Ukrainian conflict. On February 25th, approximately 68% Russians said that Russia and Ukraine must start negotiations as soon as possible. And March 3rd, this percentage grew to 79%. On February 25th, 29% Russians thought that Russia was the aggressor in this conflict. And March 3rd, this number increased to 53%. Several Russian government websites were hacked, and this is the picture that hackers left on these websites. This is the condition of the city Izium, Ukraine. There are almost 24/7 lines to ATMs to get cash in Moscow, Russia. The Moscow Stock Exchange will remain closed on March 9th. Chinese companies that assist Russia in this war may be cut off from US equipment and services. The country of Taiwan studies Ukrainian tactics in this war in preparation for future potential war with China. Some drivers in Russia put Z markings on their cars, and this is the way local Russians are dealing with such people. Despite the fact that UK Army Chief has banned UK soldiers from joining Russian-Ukrainian war, more than 150 former British paratroopers are already on their way to Ukraine. The European Union says that Belarus must also be held accountable for its actions in this Russian-Ukrainian conflict. According to the United Nations, more than 2 million Ukrainians have already fled the country. Visa and MasterCard prepare to increase credit card fees, which is the potential response from these companies due to their previous halting of services on the territory of Russia. The European Union is planning to cut its dependency on Russian gas by 2/3 by the end of this year. This is the line to cross the border between Poland and Ukraine. Luxembourg will send financial support to Ukraine worth of 250 million euros. Previous evacuation from Sumy, Ukraine was halted because there were gunshots heard on the streets. One of the biggest crypto exchanges, Binance, says that it will no longer accept MasterCard and Visa cards issued in Russia. Luxury automakers Ferrari and Lamborghini ceases production in Russia. That's very unfortunate news for the kids of Russian oligarchs. These are the results of artillery strikes in Kharkov, Ukraine. McDonald's previously announced that it will halt its operations in Russia, and these are the lines of people trying to get their last meal. Compare it with lines on McDonald's first day in Soviet Union. Pepsi, along with all of its sub-brands, will also leave Russian market. Soccer player David Beckham, along with his wife, said that they will send $1 million to support Ukrainian kids. At this very moment, oil prices are second highest since the beginning of this millennium. The S&P rating agency has decreased the rating of 77 Russian companies and banks to CCC-, which is one of the lowest ratings possible. The USA, along with some Western countries, asks China to stop being neutral in this conflict. Dating app Bumble, something similar to Tinder, will stop allowing downloading its apps on the territory of Russia and Belarus. I guess it's about that time for some kids to start learning how to meet new people on the street. These are the countries that import the most of Russian oil. Russia is replacing those bridges that were destroyed by the Ukrainian army with pontoons, which are temporary bridges. This is how some streets in Kiev, Ukraine look like. Some luxury brand stores in Moscow, Russia are completely empty. Unilever will also hold its exports to Russia. This is the map of current coverage of Starlink internet previously sent to Ukraine by Elon Musk. Shopify will also suspend its operations in Russia and Belarus, as well as Amazon Warehouse Services, which will also stop accepting new clients from Russia and Belarus. The radiation is within normal levels on Zaporozhye nuclear power plant, which was attacked last week. These are the countries with the largest oil reserves. NATO congratulated women of Ukraine with the International Women's Day yesterday. However, one thing they did not notice is that one of the girls had neo-Nazi symbol. Thank you so much for your attention, stay safe and see you next time.